Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Small Cap Discoveries conference call. Today on our call, we have the CEO, Ghislain Lemire, and Scott Felsenthal, one of the board members from Urbanimmersive. Urbanimmersive trades on the TSX Venture Exchange under the symbol UI and on the OTC under UBMRF. The company is trading at 9 cents with roughly 100 million shares outstanding, or about a $9 million market cap. I'd now like to hand it over to Paul Andriola.
Excellent. Thanks, Trevor. Yes, welcome, Ghislain and Scott. Ghislain, we were talking earlier about the last time we met each other and the fantastic poutine we had. So it's been a long time.
The Montreal poutine.
Exactly, and I can't wait to get back and try it again. But thanks for joining us today. Urbanimmersive, it's a company that's actually a number of our subscribers have sort of mentioned to us, and they've suggested we bring you on for a call like this. So it's great that you can join us. And we've also got Scott, one of your directors. So I understand you have a presentation, which is great. We love to see presentations. So what I'm going to do is I'll hand it over to you guys, and you can feel free to start your presentation anytime.
All right, thank you so much. First of all, Trevor, Paul, thank you for the invitation. It's really appreciated. I think it's the first time that we're having the chance to present to you. Your network. So, and I think it's a great timing too, because Urbanimmersive is on a great momentum after more than 10 years of existence. We can say that, I think, Scott, you can maybe help me, but I think the worst is behind us in terms of, it's always difficult for a startup to find the niche and to find its place, but definitely that the year 2020 has been a great year for us. If you don't mind, you presented super fast, Scott, but I would like just to rephrase Scott's involvement within the company. So Scott is a board member since more than 2 years, Scott, I think. Times go super fast.
I know it does.
Yeah, but Scott is really
involved. The hair, right?
We started working with Scott maybe in 2000. Being friends. Scott started investing heavily in the business at first, and then get super interested, and we had many chances to meet, and at one point I felt that it would be great to have Scott on board, and he's doing a super great job. It's really highly appreciated. Scott really helped us with the last deal that we just announced with Mexico, with his network of contact, and I thought we were having Simon Bedard with us, but I think he's just trying to connect, or he will our CFO, and will come maybe later. And for myself, we met in 2017, Paul, and we were in Montreal eating poutine, but I've been with the company for many years. Actually, I founded the company in 2007 with my brother at that time. And what we were doing is we were creating 3D tours. So I don't want to go into the historic of the business, but I do have, I think, 1 or 2 slides that will handle that in my presentation. So if you don't mind, I can right away share my screen, or if you...
Yeah, you go right ahead. Yeah, should have the button there.
So just give me 2 seconds. I'm going here, and just tell me if you see it.
There you go. Perfect. Yes.
All right. Super. Like every presentation, I think it's important to start with this disclaimer. Like when we do our conference call, I am the CEO of the business. I'm super enthusiastic, and sometimes we might say some very perspective statements. So I just want to warn you that this is a marketing presentation. So of course, we're passionate and everything. So you have to take some perspective, forward-looking statements as they are very passionate. All right, so I think this is the only slide I have about this story, but let me tell you super fast. So we created this company in 2007, and then at this time, we wanted to create the best 3D tour technology in the world. We went public, raising money to develop a 360 camera. I'll talk a little bit later about that. And during the years, we created many tools and features and platform and solutions that we keep having today that really make Urbanimmersive stand out from the crowd in terms of what we can offer to our clientele. So what do we do exactly? So basically, first of all, I think it's important to understand in which market we are. We are in the real estate market, in the marketing side of it. And when you talk about real estate market, of course, we're addressing a very, very large market, multiple trillions of value out there. And at the basis of marketing in real estate, it's visual content. When we talk about visual content, we can talk about still pictures, videos, 3D tours, aerial photographies, video, and so on. The visual content business in real estate is a huge business, and I'm still discovering a lot as years go as we move forward. I mean, it's even bigger than I thought at first. There's multiple millions of pictures taken every day for real estate, whether it's residential real estate, commercial real estate. So people who are taking pictures to promote real estate are, whether it could be the real estate agent himself. I mean, you know, some agents are taking their own pictures. They could be our clients, but it's not our primary target. And otherwise, it's going to be real estate photographers. And real estate photographers, they are our primary target in terms of client. So we are providing them a SaaS platform that will enable them to handle every task in their business, day-to-day task, whether it's scheduling, invoicing, taking orders, and delivering visual content. So you can imagine that if you take 100 pictures of a home and you want to deliver it by email, it's not the optimized way. So we're providing them tools to better deliver the images. And of course, we will provide them some features to create rich media experience like 3D tours. And right now it's kind of exciting, and it explained in a way why 2020 has been a great year for Urbanimmersive, is that there's a lot of driving forces right now that bring real estate agents to use more and more 3D tours because of the COVID-19, actually. Distanciation has forced people to want, you know, to not travel and visit home, basically physically. So the 3D tours has been very popular this year. And this is a market that is growing super fast. Actually, you know, the real estate photography market is growing every year, year after year, since I started this business. But there's another also driving force behind, I will say, you know, the momentum behind Urbanimmersive is the fact that there's a democratization of 360 camera, which I think is one of the biggest part of it. If you go back in our history, like here in 2007, and the reason why we went public and we were trying to raise money, it was to create this camera here. I'm going to try just to increase the picture. I don't know if you see it well, but that was a design that we developed in 2007, 8, 9, and 10, and then we tried to raise money to create this first in the world 360 stereoscopic camera. So the intention behind that was to take in one shot a 360 images. Okay, so we tried to raise money. We didn't be successful enough. So we used different approach to capture the content. So we never actually, it was a first fail, if you want, in our history. We've never been able to produce this camera. But today it's different because basically this is the new kind of era in 360 images. You can buy that. You can buy this 360 camera for $1,000 on Amazon, and you will get a high quality 360 images. So basically, it solved actually, you know, our biggest challenge, which is capturing images for creating a 3D tours, because basically 3D tour are made of 360 images. I don't know if I will show you something super quickly here. I'm just going to try to share a little bit more of my screen. All right. So are you still seeing my screen?
Yep.
Okay. So when we talk about 3D tour, this is a 360 image. So basically an image on which, you know, I can turn, I can spin on myself, I can look up, and I can look down. So this is created in one shot with those images. So when we talk about why Urbanimmersive is kind of a great momentum, those are basically in 2020 the two big driving forces behind it. COVID-19 really helped adopting 360 tours, and the industry now provide cheap camera to do it. So for us, you know, our core product always been Proudy websites. You know, we do what we sell the most right now, it's a landing page where photographers deliver their visual content on it and information about property for sales. But our flagship product, what really bring attention from our clientele and agents on our system, are our 3D tours. As we will see a little bit further, our 3D tours are kind of, I will say, one of the most advanced on the market right now. And when we talk about 3D tours, you can see that coming from a study from Home Buyer and Seller Generated Trend, virtual tour are part of the most important parts of what people are looking to market a home. So you have the photos, of course, and the detailed information. Then comes the floor plans, which we are providing as well, and virtual tours. And the method of real estate agents use to market home is real estate agent website. We do that too. So basically, photographers will come on our platform and they will be able to provide to their clients, the end user, the real estate agents, a real estate agent website, floor plans, virtual tours, and deliver pictures. So if you look at our product at the end, or end product, it will look, we have multiple examples. This one is an example here where you're going to have a kind of a landing page with its own URL on the web, only for the property of the agent, on which you're going to find the information, an overview, the contact information, all the pictures, video, floor plan, and the 3D tour. So if you want to see some example, you just need to go on urbanimmersive.com, you click on gallery, and there's multiple tour that you can visit. I will take, for example, this one here from, isn't it a company from Warren Buffett that, yeah.
Berkshire.
Yeah, how say that in English? Berkshire Hathaway, yeah. So basically, this is a property website provided by a real estate photographer to his agent, his client, which is a real estate agent from Berkshire Hathaway. So they put a video on the screen on the first page, and you can flip and see other images, and you have all the photo, video presented like this. So it's a great way to present the work that the photographer has done. And then you come to our flagship product, which is a 3D tour, in which you can visit home like you will be there. And this is kind of interesting. I don't know if this 3D tour is a floor plan. Yes. So we're providing also the floor plan that comes with it. So you can have a great appreciation of all the room dimension and measurements and stuff like that. So right now, we believe that from what we know on the market, we're not only the only platform that aggregate all the tools for a real estate agent to work with his client, but we're also the best cost-effective SaaS to provide it. So we're winning clients because we're offering them a platform that really integrate everything they need to run their business and deliver great added value product. Of course, like I said, the name of the business itself, Urbanimmersive, come from our flagship product, which is 3D Tour. And it's also the 3D tours that right now is driving growth at Urbanimmersive. So we're getting clients because they're interested in our 3D tours, and then afterwards they start buying other products like this single property website here. Okay. Why our 3D tours are so great or so cost effective is only because we're using a different approach than other 3D tours on the market right now. Most of the 3D tours you will find, including Matterport, which is one of the leading platform in terms of 3D tour out there, they're going to create 3D tours using what we call 3D point cloud, and then on which they're going to add 2D imagery, and that's going to provide some sort of a colorized or painted 3D meshes scale to life environment. So the cameras are kind of expensive, and the process, whether it's kind of automated at the end, some tours are pretty heavy to do. On our side, we're using a 360 camera, so it's just really a camera that captures a 2D image, and we're adding 3D shapes in it that create 3D environment like you've seen right now. This is why, when you see my mouse touching the walls, it's because there's a shape, there's a 3D shape created to give this effect here. If we look at, the advantage, we have a scale to life 3D tours that enable to do floor plan as well, scale to life. It doesn't cut, it's very inexpensive in terms of hardware. Just give you a heads up, a Matterport camera here will cost about $5,000 to do a 3D tour, while those cameras here start at $500 and you can have different quality up to $1,500. So it's pretty, cheap compared to those cameras. It's also faster to shoot on site. I mean, we just had a commentary from a quote from a photographer who said he created a 3D tour of a home for sales of 10,000 square foot in 1 hour, 15 minutes. And if he would have done it with a Matterport camera, it would have took like something like 3 hours, 3 hours and a half. So they're going to do more jobs using our technology than those scanning device that use 3D. We haven't took 10 years to develop just a 3D tour browser like this. There's something magic, our secret sauce, if you want, that enable us to deliver them as a very cheap price, very affordable price. And this is our algorithm that I'm going to talk here. So the way you create a 3D tour is by getting to a home and in different location, take a snapshot, a 360 image of this location using the camera, okay? So the thing is the post-production has to be super fast. So what Urbanimmersive has developed over the years, it's an algorithm that use artificial intelligence and visual content recognition systems that will align all the panoramics, that will stitch all the panoramics together automatically. And this part here, we're alone to have that. So basically, we don't need to use laser, we don't need to use infrared kind of hardware equipment to create 3D tours. It's all done using artificial intelligence and snapping and locating all the image together like this. So that enable us to provide the 3D tours, as like I said, to a very, very attractive pricing and keep having a great margin on it. This is a 10 years development with my core engineering team they were there at the beginning of the Urbanimmersive, and they're still here today. And we're still investing in this algorithm to make it faster and faster. Like, we like to say that processing a home of 2,000 square foot take less than 30 minutes. Actually, it takes today, I should update my presentation, but it's even less than 15 minutes. I will go pretty fast on this.
Hey, Ghislain, I'll add real quick because it's a question I hear from a lot of investors, and I know there's a lot on this call, that the fact that it is the company's technology that fuels the tours is a big point, because there are hundreds of companies that provide 3D tours on the market, but only, Ghislain, you tell me the correct number, I think only 3 to 5 actually own and develop the underlying technology that powers the immersive environments, and we do, which allows us a lot of optionality to develop different tools and features within our tours.
Oh yeah, definitely. Of course, our 3D tours, it's very rich in terms of features. There's nothing that we're not doing. I mean, that competitors are doing that we're not. But I'll give you an example. I mean, we do have comparables that will create 3D tours mostly in the same way we're doing, like, taking a 360 shot with a Ricoh camera, and then afterwards they bring that to a post-production team where they're going to have human working behind it. Just to give you an idea, our closest comparable, and I want to mention the name, but the closest comparable we have is charging $4 per panoramic, while we're charging less than 50 cents. And we're still making, quite a good margin. So it gives you, the idea of the power of the algorithm we have behind it. And other cameras, like if you use like Matterport, they use infrared technology. So you're kind of limited to the way the camera wants to work to scan the environment, because the infrared needs to touch the walls, it needs to sense everything. So this is why it's taking more time to shoot a house. And time is an issue in real estate photography business, because the only way photographers can succeed is by doing a lot of shoots during a day. They have to have a high volume business. Otherwise, they're going to be like a freelancer and just take some shots here and there. But it's such a competitive landscape that they have to do a lot of volume to be competitive. I will go back into my presentation. Is there any other question, Paul, that I see you scratching your head?
You keep going, and then I'll save the questions for later.
Okay. So I don't know how much time I have, but if we go, we did a matrix of comparing, Urbanimmersive offers through Matterport and some of our comparables and competitors. And we always ending up like we have everything, and every other solutions always missing something. So you understand that if you operate a high volume business, and I will tell you, we have some clients. If it's not always just one photographers. We do have clients that process 50, 60,000 tours per year. So it's a high volume business for real. You will want to make sure that in one platform, everything is seamlessly integrated and works perfectly, so that you win every minute of your time when you deliver, when you need to aggregate all the information on one landing page. So we're still right now, and probably because we have like 13 years of experience, it just brought in Urbanimmersive so many features all integrated that at one point, it's like it's difficult to compete with a company that has been developing in this market for 10 years. And today we're kind of just getting the fruit of our work because we have everything. We have the floor plan creation, we have the interactive map, we have the measurement capabilities, so we're able to measure. It's super simple. It's really impressive, by the way. But if you go into the home, I'm just gonna take. Sorry if I'm going fast, but I want to measure this door here. You just click on this measurement tool. You click there, whatsoever, 3 feet. You can measure whatever you want in the house. So super useful for home decoration or when you move and stuff like that. We do have also a solution to post-process, bring more quality to the image, which we call HDR post-editing tools. We have the 3D hotspot, so to document the environment. We can download the tour and make it work offline. And also, of course, because we don't use any laser or any infrared technology, the camera works outside.
Hey, Ghislain, I think we lost your presentation.
Seriously? So I was talking.
Looking at your calendar.
Seriously? Okay. No. Okay, let's share the real screen here. This one here. So, is that better?
Good. Yeah.
That's the one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why the slide I was commenting. So, all right. So the way we work basically is that we were selling directly to real estate photographers, but the end user at the end of the day, the person who pay for all the services that is purchased on our platform are real estate agents. So basically, internally, we call our photographers value-added reseller. So they buy from us landing pages, 3D tours, content delivery, whatsoever, all the products we're selling. So they buy it from us and they're reselling our product to the real estate agent and brokers and home builders. We do use some co-marketing program in real estate. So we can co-brand our platform with some, like we do here in Canada with Centris. So Centris is using our marketplace. But right now, the growth we have this year has been done basically directly with photographers. So photographers are reaching out to us directly right now. Also, this is more financial highlights. I will let Simon talk a little bit more about that later. This is real estate software and M&A activities. I think we will talk about it a little bit later. But of course, what I'm saying is that we have maybe like something like 95% of our revenue come from photographers, real estate photographers, but our 3D tours are starting to ramp up in different other markets. If you go on our gallery in January, we're going to launch a new version of our website. You're going to be able to sort by category of projects. You will find a lot of other type of 3D environment than just real estate. You're going to find restaurant. I just did one yesterday. Great restaurant. You're going to find stores, merchants, local businesses. So those are, I think, opportunities of growth looking forward for Urbanimmersive. Just imagine, I think we have a great platform today, but just imagine if we find a partner. I'll just, I have the right to dream, but let's say, for an example, Lightspeed will be interested, for an example, to offer a marketing website different than anything else on the market. And we partner, for an example, with such a company. You can imagine how fast, the company can grow. So right now, this is our intention in 2021 to find partners to different markets than just the real estate market. Hotels, resort, we've done a lot of hotels and resort this year. Actually, we're kind of the only platform that can do very large environments. When I'm saying very large, this is the Manoir Richelieu in Quebec. I don't, the place that they did the G7 in 5 years ago. So we created a 3D environment of the entire hotel. We also have Bombardier, who use our technology for some of their jet. And of course, we do have also the engineering part of it. We would like, we've done a couple of projects for some engineering firms here in Montreal for the subway station. So they were creating 3D environment and documenting the environment. As you can see here, the image is quite small, but this is outside. So before doing a road, they were going and they were creating a 3D tour of the place where they will create a road. And one of the most interesting, I like to say interesting, but potentially one of the largest market also we can address is the security market. And we expect to have some quite interesting development at the beginning of 2021 to announce. So what you're seeing here is a crime scene. So imagine, crime scene investigation department, instead of just using still pictures to document environment, using 3D tours, so that enable them to have all the angles, all the environment in 3D. So we know that right now crime scene investigation are using some competitive product, but their products aren't as good as we can offer to this market. A couple of years ago, we signed a deal with Genentech, and so they were creating 3D tours and putting them, synchronizing them with video surveillance. So the deal was great. One of the things that really fall down with Genentech was the fact that we were using normal cameras, not 360 cameras, to capture the environments. So instead of taking, for example, 30 minutes to shoot a small place, they were taking like 2 hours, 3 hours. So it is a partner that still invested in Urbanimmersive, by the way, that we have the intention of bringing back in 2021 to use and buy those cameras for their clients to do 3D tours. So this is basically it in terms of what we do and where we're going. Of course, there's an investment opportunity in Urbanimmersive. I will stop sharing my screen because it's obvious. I mean, we have everything people hate in a small cap. We're profitable. People don't like it. No, I'm joking, but we've been investing a lot. I hate to say burning cash because most of the money we burned over the years were in engineering, so not in marketing. We never really, we're starting to market our products right now, so we're not, we always been more investing in our IP, our algorithms and stuff like that in marketing. And today we're starting to have the fruit of our work. So we're a profitable business, we're EBITDA positive, and we have a great momentum. If you want to, the 3D tours in all the immersive environment are not just there to stay. The market is just beginning. I mean, it's just beginning to adopt it. Of course, like I said, the cheap 360 camera, but also the COVID-19 brought a different experience of how the way people want to visit homes. I think this market, some people are saying that 3D tours it's a multi-billion-dollar market. I believe that too, but it's so big that we have room to grow. And so, Urbanimmersive is basically a business that don't burn cash anymore, growing with a flagship product ready to commercialize. We're delivering 3D tours right now. It's not something we need to develop to go to the market. So we have the product, and going forward, we can, Simon and I, hello Simon, we're kind of well focused on profitable growth. I don't know if you want to add something, Simon, in terms of the investment highlight.
No, but that's true. I mean, we see a lot of tech companies focusing on metrics and top line. We do want growth, organic growth, and we do experiment that. But at the same time, we want profitable growth. I think that's the key message here, and that's what we show to the market. And also, I think it's important to notice we integrated two significant acquisitions in the last 2 years. It's been pretty successful, both of them, Tourbuzz and Lemire Solutions, and that's also part of our growth plan going forward to have some strategic acquisition that have whether additional customer list or complementary products to what we offer. But I think with what we have, we already have a full set of solutions to our customers.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, if you took a look on Urbanimmersive, you realize that we have a debt, convertible debenture. It's linked to the first acquisition, one of the two acquisitions Simon was talking about. So in 2018, we raised $5 million, but it was in debt. And we acquired Tourbuzz. So Tourbuzz basically was the leading platform used by real estate photographers to deliver property website. So the big advantage of this acquisition is it's giving us right now access to 1,700 photography businesses. So each photography businesses that do high volume, they have like maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 20, 50 photographers. So basically we're serving every day 5,000 photographers from that clientele. Those photographers are dealing with near 50,000 today. I think the stat is just not up to date, but they're dealing with near 50,000 real estate agents. So, and the gross volume also increased. You can see on our chat, if you on our resource investor financial gross volume, you can see that the gross volume on our platform is still increasing every single month. So basically what it means that people are doing more business using our platform. This acquisition enabled us to roll out 3D tours, for example, without having to invest in marketing. We just launched recently a new login page. I'll tell you how it looks. I will show you how it looks if you connect. So a photographer is every day connect to his Tourbuzz app. So basically the acquisition we made to create a property website, he has an ad showing 3D tours. So that is the best marketing right now we're doing. So it's creating a lot of leads, and it keeps us busy. And we just started recently to promote our 3D tours within the Tourbuzz, because we were already having handful of the organic growth we were having. So it's a good acquisition. Sometimes people are asking me, Ghislain, we don't see any marketing budget and everything. How are you going to promote your 3D tours? But you can think about this acquisition, Tourbuzz, as a marketing budget, because it costs $5 million, but it's a profitable business today, but it's also the best visibility for all new products we're going to bring. And you will see in 2021, we're going to launch a new, very innovative product integrated in our 3D tour. And that will be a product that real estate photographers will be able to subscribe their real estate agents to them, to the new product we're going to launch. And I don't want to mention what it is, because it's going to be so innovative, so disrupting. But what I can tell with certainty is that we do some secret presentation to our best clients. They all super excited, because that's going to change our business. Right now, it's a real estate photographer doesn't have any recurring revenue. It's a service revenue. That's the only way he's winning is cash. So we're going to offer them a way that they're going to create subscriptions with their real estate agents. And for us, it's going to become some sort of a monthly revenue based on subscription, and we're going to share the profit with the real estate agents. So they're going to make money reselling our subscription model to their clients. And we believe we're going to be highly successful with this new feature. And I look forward, it's going to be announced soon, and I look forward to tell the market what it is soon. Right now, if you ask the question, we don't have any subscription model. It's all transaction-based in our system. So people buy our product, they consume it, they resell it. Ciao, bye.
Fantastic. So I do have a number of questions. I think we do cover, or you managed to cover a lot, and some of these questions have already been answered. Now you're a company basically based out of Montreal. So give us a sense of what your geographic reach is. Where do you predominantly sell to, and do you sell outside of Quebec? And if so, how far do you reach?
We're selling basically not much in Quebec, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, if you go on a website, there's, I think, some interesting revenue map here that you can go there, and we are mapping a revenue.
We're back at your calendar, Ghislain.
You're back in the calendar, right? So as you can see, I'm super busy during the Christmas time. Okay, let's share the right screen here. Thank you, Scott. So what I did, I went to About, Investors, Financials, Revenue Map. And as you can see, there's basically 10% of our revenue, 11% of our revenue, 12, sorry, coming from Canada, and 88% coming from the United States. And the rest a little bit in Honduras, and you have a couple of places like this. This is growing. We just announced a reselling agreement in Indonesia and Australia, so they're going to take care of this part of the world. But we were already having clients there, and Mexico should also increase a bit with the new deal that we announced a month ago.
Okay, fantastic. Now, I think you mentioned it at one point, but your customer is really the photographer, right? That's who pays you.
Yeah, exactly.
And so maybe walk through a little bit of what that looks like. So he's taken a bunch of pictures, and now he needs to either put them on a website, or he needs you guys for some function. But walk us through that process if you can.
Okay, so basically, I think I was having a slide on that in my presentation, but I will do it like this. So the photographers will have, like, let's say 10 shoots today. He's going to shoot 10 house. At night after dinner, he's going to go on his computer, aggregate all the pictures, classify by home. They're going to log in our system. They're going to create the property address, upload the files, process the files to create a video, 3 credits. You know, so all the features here, the small features here and there, they're going to buy credits in bulk, and then they're going to apply the credits to for small features here and there. So let's say I'm having like 100 pictures, 3 credits for creating a video. So we render a video. If they took what we call the HDR, multiple processes to create a better image, another 3 credits for this. You want to deliver images using some sort of a Urbanimmersive Dropbox kind of cloud storage system, I think it's 5 credits. And afterwards, at the end of the process, you have all the information, and you want to deliver a property website to your client. It's 15 credits. You want to create a 3D tours. It's 10 credits for the 3D tours. Add 15 credits for the floor plans, and yeah, basically it's all transaction based. So basically, you format your visual content the way you want. If you created a 3D tour, we're gonna create a 3D tour for you, the floor plans, and at the end of the process to deliver that, you have to spend money in our platform. So it's really transaction based during the process and for delivering also the content. As simple as that.
Yeah, and from what I can understand, then it's all sort of seamless. Like there's no human touch. Once the photographer's got his pictures, he takes care of everything, does it online. It's probably paid through a credit card or some credit system that they've already preset with you. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, they pay in advance to buy credits, and afterwards they spend the credits. The only portion of our system that we need some people is to decorate the floor plan. So basically, you know, when we deliver a floor plans, you get some furnitures in it, you have some rooms labeling and stuff like that. So we do have a team of students that just go by the floor plans and decorate the floor plans to make it, you know, more semantic.
So that would be the only place that sort of everything else is very scalable, but that would be a bit of a pinch point then if you all of a sudden had a whole bunch of those floor plans you had to deal with. You'd have to have the manpower to be able to do it, but everything else is pretty well scalable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, why don't we let's talk a little bit about the sort of the profit margin or gross profit margin. Give me a sense of when you guys, you know, for every $1 million in revenue you generate, sort of what gross profit do you get from that, and how does that, and then, you know, what's your SG&A? Maybe I'll just walk through that, but let's start with your gross profit. What typically is your margin?
I think Simon would like to participate from here.
Well, I would say if we talk about gross margin on the SaaS revenues, of course, the only fees we have are the transactional fees, except with this post-production on the floor plans. Mm-hmm. If we don't take into account the floor plans, you know, our margin is like 97%. If you take into account the floor plans, but it depends how much we're going to sell, but on the floor plans itself, our margin is around 65%. And then we have our hardware sales, which are around 30%. So which is why if you look at the financials, you'll see a mix where, let's say for the last year end, we're around 65 to 70% in average, because we also have some hardware sales. So that's a gross margin. And again, last year we announced our Q4 numbers a few weeks ago. You see, we were at 4.6 million in revenues, and on the EBITDA level, we were at close to 1.1 million, with you know, free cash flows around 400,000. I think next year, you know, it's all about forecast, but I think, you know, we were in the COVID crisis this year, as you know, so we could expect to reach 6 million and above in terms of revenues, and EBITDA should be at least 1.5 million, but closer to 2 to what I expect. But of course, we'll see how this general economy is around us next year, but that's what I would expect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the balance sheet. Let's go back a little bit to the balance sheet. You guys have is it $5 million in convertible debt? Is that the only debt you have right now?
Yes, in fact, there's 1.5 million of that. There was 4.5 million of convertible debt. 1.5 has disappeared recently. There was converted into shares. You probably saw a press about that. So the convertible debenture today is at 3 million, and we have another 2 million of senior debt with our senior lender, Scotiabank. So basically, we have 5 million of debt right now.
And what's the $3 million convertible at? What share price?
It's convertible at 12.5 cents, and there's 2 years, slightly less than 2 years remaining.
Okay, gotcha. And the interest
and we can force conversion if it's trading at 21 cents and above.
21 cents. Okay. Okay, gotcha. And the $2 million in debt that you have, in general terms around it, what kind of interest are you paying on that right now?
It's pretty low. It's around, it's variable rate, but it's around 4.5 to 5%.
Okay, so bank debt. Okay, perfect. I talked a little bit about stock. So I think there's roughly, if Trevor said correctly, around 100 million shares you got outstanding. Just give us a sense of ownership, management ownership, how much, maybe other significant shareholders that own part of the company.
Yeah, in fact, we recently, the management has participated in to buy more shares in the company. We're at 23% The board and management together have 23% right now. We have other few institutional investors that own around 18%, meaning that the float or what's left for retail is 59%, basically.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Do you guys anticipate doing an equity raise in the near future or anything like that?
We might, depending if, let's say, if we have, for instance, acquisitions that we want to finance or to repay some of the debt. As Ghislain mentioned, in terms of marketing, the good thing is we already have the our network that is where we could tap at low cost, so we don't need to spend millions on marketing. But depending on market conditions, we might go to market in 2021. But as Ghislain mentioned, it's not to support our operations, because we've been cash flow positive for almost 2 years now. So.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's fun to raise money, but we've done it in the past too much, so now we're super good. We're sitting on our cash flow positive, and we're gonna just do our business, just grow this business. And if we think that at one point, there's a great opportunity or great momentum, we might want, but otherwise it's not in our short-term plan for sure.
Okay, fantastic. At this point, I want to remind everybody that's listening, if you have any questions, certainly feel free to use the chat function and ask away, and I'll do my best to ask you something. It gives us a broader sense. I mean, we know how big the real estate market is, but from your standpoint, what's sort of your sort of addressable market do you feel sort of that you can capture over the next sort of 3 to 5 years, sort of as is, without going into too many other without acquiring other companies or anything, but the real estate market that you're predominantly going after right now, what's a fair number to think that you can get in the next 3 to 5 years?
The easy answer is, and I like what Simon just said. I mean, if we don't do any marketing, we just tap into the actual clientele we have, and let's say, for instance, that we sign maybe. And I think we're well aligned for this, but we have a good success, and we sign half of them on our 3D tours, and then they start spending. The average transaction value of our 3D tours, it's around $40, while right now, the average transaction value, it's more around $12. So we basically just 50%, and we will basically double, triple our revenue without any effort. If we're more successful than that, maybe we can do better. And right now, what we feel is that we're attracting new clients without even marketing the company. So, and recently we have attracted, and we're, like the press release we did in November, the largest real estate photography business in Canada, from FRAR. And this client alone, maybe we can give you an idea of I mean, this client alone can bring $250,000 per year of business just with the 3D tours, and right now it's going super well. So yeah, there's a lot of room for growth with our clientele, and there's still a lot of clients to grab. We think from the last statistic that we've done internally that we only have 8% of the market in photography. So 8% of real estate photography business. So it tells a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say you're just talking about real estate, but the good thing about our solution is it's scalable, but it's also versatile, meaning that we could tap other market that you touched earlier on our presentation. So we don't have to limit ourselves when you think about market opportunity to the real estate market, and we're getting closer and closer to basically increase our revenues in other segments.
Yeah. So yeah, of course, I think we're getting closer of surprising the market, but of course, other market segments will definitely be attacked with partners. So we want to approach partner and say, you know what, you can resell our what we call here internally 3D Pocket website to, for example, local businesses. You can resell it to security. You can resell it to crimes investigation. You can resell it there. And right now, we've been in talks with many companies recently, and we're really positive. We're very exciting about all the development we've made on those sites. So that will bring new revenue stream for Urbanimmersive that will basically be licensing revenue. So gravy. At one point, I'm often saying to my team, you know what, real estate at one point will become the gravy of the business, because if you think about the security market, it's super big. So if we can be successful there, for an example, selling to crimes investigation department, for example, they have deep pocket, it's stable revenue, and it can bring, like Simon said, 97% margin when you sell a license. You just need to send the software, and they make it run by themselves.
And there's less competition.
Definitely, yeah.
Technology is built is that we're fitting perfectly to other markets where other competitor in the real estate market can't really offer the same type of solution, right? So that's a big advantage going to other markets too.
Yeah, we benchmark a lot our technology in the real estate space, but when we go into other sectors, like we just mentioned, off-site inspection, off-site training, stuff like that, we're definitely way further than our closest competitors. Not even comparable anymore. So we're well set to win many new contracts in different markets in 2021. Well, what could be a big accelerator? It could be, I think companies like Acru, for example, even if they're not big, they could be an accelerator for Urbanimmersive, because they can resell website, 3D website of the local businesses that deal with them. So every little Acru in the world like this could become a reseller, make money, and bring Urbanimmersive new revenue stream. So the good news is that it's not a dream, it's happening, and you will see in the next couple of weeks, you will see news. And but the real estate market in which we are operating right now, it's profitable. So it's not like we're hoping to make the business profitable, because it's just we are right now, I think, at the best spot of a small cap. You master your market, you're leading it, you have such a great acquisition behind us. We don't have a debt that affect our operations. The debt affect our stock maybe, but not our operation. We are capable of paying it. We have one of the best technology out there, and some photographers, very picky photographers, very picky clients, are even starting to tell us that we have the best 3D tours in the world. So I think we're definitely in the right spot to take advantage of what we have in terms of investment and scale this business. You are asking, Paul, if you ask me about what is my personal goal in terms of revenue, I will not be satisfied if we don't reach $10 million super quickly. I would like to reach this as quickly as possible, but it's all going to be profitable. It's not something we need to invest to go there.
Yeah, no, you certainly look, I mean, from what I can tell, you've hit an inflection point. You finally have gotten to that point where it looks like you're self-funding and you guys are able to grow,
accelerate the growth, yeah.
Capital, exactly. Okay, so we do have a couple questions, and there's some interesting ones here, and one that I was thinking about as well. But obviously, today we saw a little company called Airbnb go public.
A small one, yeah.
Yeah, a little tiny one. Do you guys do anything work with Airbnb? I mean, I can see it's such a natural fit to have, those sort of operations have a 3D tour rather than just static photos.
Well, it's funny because Airbnb, when they need visual content, a lot of our real estate photographers are dealing with Airbnb. They're getting contracts from Airbnb. So indirectly, some of our tools, some of our features, some of our stuff we're doing go on Airbnb, like image processing and stuff like that. Yes, Paul, it could be something as we move forward that we could, take seriously and say, okay, let's have a seat with them. And but for to approach that kind of companies, you need to have some sort of a leading position and being very strong. This is where I think we're heading right now. I'm really feeling that my business, Urbanimmersive, is mastering what we're doing. We just come up with a new app that we announced last week, I think, this app is a game changer for a company like Airbnb. I'll tell you why. If you ask 100 photographers to take a virtual tours without our app, you will have 100 different image quality. So for a company like Airbnb, no, it won't work. I mean, if we have to work together, you need to standardize my brand, the quality of my brand. So without the app, it wasn't possible to reach them, because we're no, you're not solving any problem. You're just giving me, different tools. But those kind of company, they have a brand and they want to standardize the way they work with their photographers. Now, with our app, let's say that in February, March, we sit down with them. I can tell them, you know what? If you use our technology, you ask photographers to download my one button app. It's really just one button, by the way. And you're going to have always the same quality, whatever you are in the world. So that is a major game changer. This is why we did a press release, because we've been having investor calling it's just an app. No, it's not just an app, man. It's a way to standardize quality among multiple photographers. It's a game changer for us.
So that leads a little bit into the other question I got here. So right now you guys sell hardware, and you're sort of, from my understanding, you're dependent on good quality cameras to be able to take these 3D tours. Does this app sort of alleviate that? Can you build a 3D tour with your phone? Is that what you're telling me?
But the app works on the phone, but still use 360 cameras. So yeah, we're dependent on 360 camera quality. So the good news is that every year manufacturers are just improving them. I think that we're selling a lot of Ricoh Theta Z1. I think we're selling like 20-30 Ricoh camera per month right now. We're definitely one of the preferred Ricoh reseller for Ricoh in Canada, and they gave us also the authorization to resell in Mexico. But we know that Ricoh will come out soon with a new, better 360 camera. So it's really the democratization of 360 camera is just going to increase. So, but no, the thing is that when you shoot with a 360 camera, you have the white balance to manage, the aperture. There's many things that photographers not often master or use, or they use it differently. So the app will just standardize the output. So if you use a Ricoh camera, you're going to get always the same quality of images using your app. And yes, of course, Paul, a better quality. At the end, we believe we're starting to see photographers using our app, and we can spot the quality of image right away when they use it.
No doubt. And then one last question, and we'll wrap up because we are running long in time here. So we noticed there that you moved into Australia, you moved into Mexico, and I believe even Indonesia. But where next? Where you? What territory are you going to conquer next?
I mean, we kind of been, I hate to say that, but we kind of been lucky to have those territories. They approached us. So they called us and they say, okay, we would like to resell your products. So we develop agreements and systems to enable them. It wasn't in 2020, it wasn't in our roadmap to scale outside the US. It's just come organically. Now, we do have the experience of signing, we have some sort of a 37-page contract that we invested a lot with the lawyers in it and everything. We do have the system to track their sales and to commission them and everything. Why it's tempting to put the head of, partners to get interrupt. A natural market will be France, because we're definitely, a French company. And we started to have some hiccups of people interested to be there. So it's starting to be interesting for us to hire somebody who take care of that. But Mexico and Australia, Indonesia has been organic. They come to us.
Fantastic.
They came to us.
Fantastic. I think we've covered quite a bit today, but what we always like to see happen is have somebody sort of give a parting message or a key message that you'd like to make sure that the listeners go away with today, and maybe sort of what to look out for over the next 6 to 12 months for investors.
Oh my God. I'd like to say something. Maybe Scott. Yeah, I'm feeling Scott. Having You know what? I mean, we talk about the business, so I don't want to repeat everything we said about the business, but I will tell you something. I mean, keep in mind that in April, June, we were at 3 cents, and we're now at 9 cents with volume on the stock. I think people start realize the value of our technology, the value of the business and the management over the years. You know, we did a lot of roller coaster. We master what we do right now. So we were at 3 cents, not 9 cents. I still believe my business is undervalued. So for an investor who are willing to take a bet, it's not a, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, it's still 9 cents. You know, it's still a very, very low stock, but we will not burn, you know, money. So we will not disappear next week. You know, we don't need to raise money. We don't have a gun on our head. So if you're a patient investor and you want to take a bet and wave on the 3D immersive rich media experience trend right now created by the COVID-19 with the democratization of hardware for capturing those 3D tours, I think we're the best bet. Definitely. The most undervalued business, already profitable to take advantage of this trend.
Fantastic. Scott, did he miss anything, or do you think there's anything you need to add?
You know, when I never wanted to be on the board of a public company, was never an ambition of mine, never something I really wanted to do. But I think where we are today, and Paul, you know it better than anybody, with microcaps, what's the saying? It takes longer and more money than you would have ever have imagined. And I think Ghislain can attest to that over the last 12 years, building the technology and business. But from my perspective, when I did join the board 2.5 years ago, where we are today is kind of the vision that I saw and heard, and it takes time. I mean, it's having acquired Tourbuzz and taking on the debt the company had to take on to do that and work through that. It takes time to work through it. But the exciting thing for me, at least as an investor, board member, part of this company, is that we're at that spot now. And Paul, you said it earlier, where it feels like an inflection point. I think we all feel that, and it's pretty exciting where we are and the moment we've reached with the business and the focus Ghislain has put on the product, and now it's just all about execution. I think we're very, very well prepared to do some good things. So that's a testament to this team. I'm just helping where I can, but it's an exciting time.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I mean, I want to congratulate you guys, because I know you guys have had, like a lot of microcaps, you guys have persevered and had some struggles, but you guys have managed to accomplish what you set out to do. So certainly congratulations. It's never easy being a microcap, away from the spotlight. So I want to thank you guys for spending time with us today. If there's more information that any of our listeners want to get, what's a website or email address or somewhere that they can reach out?
They can definitely go on urbanimmersive.com, the investor section, and on every press release. If you want to find out my email and Simon's email, we're always putting our coordinates at the end of every press release, and we welcome everyone to contact us. To ask any kind of questions. Most of the time it's Simon who end up answering all the emails, but we take the time to answer all our investors' questions.
Awesome, fantastic. Well, listen, until the next time that we get together for poutine, I wanna thank you for today's time. Scott, Simon, and Ghislain, thank you so much for being with us today.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much, Paul, Trevor, as well, and everyone who attended.
Thank you.
Thanks.